Well, hey, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of No More Excuses. Yes, the podcast that calls out your bullshit, kicks you in the ass, and helps you build the business and life you actually want. I apologize for this weird lighting. I'm in a different setting today and I just can't get it right. I don't have my spotlight or my overhead light, so you just kind of deal with it because most of you are just listening anyway, not watching the video, but just in case you are. Now you know why you're like, what the hell is going on? Anyway, your host, Sandy Ballard, the Badass Business Coach. And today I want to talk about how, well, the year is officially half over. I've been warning you. I've been warning you. And now it's time to change the damn game. Listen, yes, we are halfway through the year. Let it sink in. 6 months are gone. But guess the fuck what? There's 6 months left. So if your goals are collecting dust, income feels stuck, or you're just blaming the damn economy that I talked about in last episode, you know, it's not why things are always not working. They might be, um, you might get a little blip, you might hit a speed bump, but snap out of it. Let's get real, let's get honest, and let's change some shit. All right, the check-in time, it's time to check in on the reality. So here's the deal. If you listened to last week's episode, you already know what I said about this economy. It's unstable, unpredictable, honestly, kind of a pain in the ass. But you know what's worse than inflation? Inaction, doing nothing. This is the halftime whistle. Yes, sports analogy. You know I'm a sports fan if you've been listening for a while. So you've got 6 months to either stay stuck in survival mode or shift into domination mode. Badass mode, as I would prefer to say. But, domination doesn't come from playing safe. It comes from doing things differently, even if it's scary, especially if it's scary. So take a second and ask yourself, are you where you wanted to be by June or at all? Are your goals still the same? Because earlier I talked about reviewing them and seeing if it's time to revamp, revitalize, reignite that thing. But are they the same? Or did you change them when you looked into that? Are you still running the same strategies that clearly aren't cutting it? I've talked about over the years how I review my own shit and change it, where I look at, okay, I've been doing this for so long, it's not working anymore. But is it my energy putting into it, or is it that it's just truly not working? Do I need to change things up? Because we all need to change. We all need to evolve and grow, change things so we can evolve and grow. All right, so here's 3 ways to shift, show up. I want to say and shut up, but slay the rest of the 2025. Let's get into it. All right, because we're going to make this year, we're going to help you finish the year stronger than ever. Tip number 1, time to double down on visibility. Yes, I talked about that when you were looking at the couple podcasts ago. I think it was 428, looking at revitalizing or reviewing, revitalizing, reigniting, all that. So looking at, are you staying visible? Even if you're an introvert, what can you do to get out there? If you're not comfortable on camera, or you're not comfortable in-person networking, just because you're shy or something, what can you do? Can you take a friend? Can you do more memes or whatever? What can you do? But the thing is making your business and you more visible. If you've been playing it small, like I said, hiding behind your laptop, waiting on the referrals to magically come in, well, it's time to wake the hell up, because just because you build it, they ain't coming. People can't or hire you if they don't know you exist or they think you have just gone away. So it's time to double down on being seen. That means posting consistently. So like I said, if you're not comfortable on camera or you're not going to in-person events or you don't know where to network, look at that. Post consistently, showing your face in stories, lives, and reels, if that's you, but maybe, maybe I'll challenge you to even do that if you're shy. Just 20 seconds. I don't know. There's some times where I screw it up and have to take like 10 takes to do. I remember I did one that was like, I think 15 redos to do a 30-second promo for a talk I was doing. It was actually kind of hilarious. Oh, so email your list. If you've not been emailing consistently, that's this girl. Time to do that. Speaking up at events. Um, there, whether I, it's doesn't matter if it's at an event where they're asking questions or it's an event where it is more networking. You've got to take that step. Even you introverts, you can do it just for a few minutes and then go home and collapse, right? Visibility builds trust and trust gets you paid. I hear all the time that people see me everywhere. Well, it's working because I'm not always in sales mode. I'm in relationship mode. I'm here to support. I went to a parking study meeting the other day, right? Because people will see me there. Yeah, that's it. So tip number two, simplify and sell smarter. Complicated offers, clunky funnels, unclear messaging, those kill momentum. Even I'm looking at, I don't utilize my funnels on the website. It's a powerful, badass website. But right now, and over the last year or two, I've dabbled in it, but I've not really done it because it's clunky for me, but it's clunky for the people when I've actually set it up and they've used it, when I've done the beta test. So looking at, does it even make sense, right? Ask yourself what's working, what's not, cut the fluff and streamline. And I'm doing that personally as well. Make one clear offer or two, depending on what your business is, what you sell. Because you can then, if someone's like, well, just that one thing isn't for me. So, like, if I have one package for coaching and it's all the same price, you meet the same time and same, regular schedule, that doesn't always work for people. And that's why I've evolved into some clients I meet every other week, some clients I meet every 3 weeks. And some clients I do meet quarterly, but we check in via email. So I had to offer, and then I've adapted it to the people who have, depending on their budget of their time, so their time schedule, and just their needs, their ability to get things done and what they're working on things that are people that are working on things that are bigger sometimes um, meeting more often doesn't work. It's working on this big chunks of project time. So looking at that. So and one consistent way to convert leads. Now that can be a really great thing, whether you're posting a QR code or a link or driving people to one specific place on your website, right? Or one specific place like Linktree. I use Linktree and it's great because, Instagram, you can't use links. So I just say, go to my Linktree in my bio, and that has everything on there. They can schedule, they can get on the newsletter, they can read here, read the podcast, look at the podcast, listen to the podcast, or I sign up for a session, sign up for a package, sign up for whatever it is. So driving people to one specific spot. All right. And when you simplify, your energy gets sharper, your message gets louder, and your audience knows exactly what to do next. Confused people don't buy. When things are clear to people, they purchase. Just like that. Okay. Number three, audit your circle. I've talked about this. You can't expect big growth if you're surrounded by people who are committed to staying small. All right. So, who are you hanging out with? Who's influencing your mindset? Who's challenging you or enabling your excuses? Right? Who's pulling you back and keeping you where they are? I can't remember the exact quote, but it's like you're surrounded by, you got to surround yourself by the people who inspire you, but also the five people. If you're the brokest one, or if we're talking about sports, I actually did this. um, playing softball. I wanted a team that was better than me. I wanted to be on a team where I wasn't the best because then even though it is great, it's what I do. It's help people grow and come out of it. I've been on that team and that was so painful. I was late coming to a game and they were all like so nervous and like, "Oh my God, we didn't think you were going to show up." It's like having one superstar like LeBron, or Halliburton on our team. The Indiana Pacers didn't have one superstar. Halliburton's fantastic, but so is McConnell, so is Siakam, so is Toppin, so is Matherin, so is all of them. If I forgot your name, I can't say them all. I don't have time. Anyway, so think about that. And so, um, when you are surrounded by people who lift you up, they don't necessarily have to be better than you, is not a good term. Successful for you, and you have to be careful because you might perceive that they're stronger than you, better than you, a better player than you, or more, richer, make more money, more successful, however you want to put it. It's just those people that are cheering you on, not saying, you don't need to do that, or why are you bothering with that? Or isn't it more comfortable right here? You got enough clients. Look at that. If you're always the smartest and most successful person in the room, find a new damn room, right? You will need people to push you, not pacify you. Okay. Don't waste your time on people who aren't investing in themselves. Okay. Because this is the big badass mid-year challenge, right? Here it is. Take 30 minutes, just 30 minutes, and audit your year so far, not from a place of guilt, but from a place of power. Yesterday, I was talking with a guy, Jason, and he and I were sharing our love for speaking. And he was talking about how he still gets kind of nervous and when he gets up and speaks. And I was like, oh my God, I do too. And he goes, think about it this way. You're not nervous, you're excited. And I'm like, reframe it. So you've got to look at, instead of guilt that you didn't do, didn't get, blah, 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 blah. Look at it from a place of power. Where are you? What goals have you crushed? Because all of it, I have that worksheet. What have you achieved? Because I guarantee it, when you fucking look back at what you've done over the years, I don't care if it was yesterday or 5 years ago, you've done something badass. So focus on that and look at it and just keep thinking about that. That feeling is what's going to drive you. Okay. What goals got derailed and why? And most importantly, what are you going to do about it now? Because you still have time, you still have power, you still have the opportunity, but you've got to do more. Not, you've got to do it now, not later. Not when things feel easier, not when things don't feel as wonky. Now. So no more waiting. No more blaming the economy, your energy, your schedule, the market, and not the grocery store market, the fucking economy, the inflation, the politics, whatever you want to fucking blame. When you point your finger at someone else, you've got three pointing back at you. So look at yourself only. What can you do? This is the only thing that is going to help you. The only thing in your way is you. So the best news is you can change, you can shift, you can reclaim your why and your year and make the second half the most profitable, powerful, and aligned yet. So let's go badass. Tag me when you're making moves, when you're showing up, when you're shifting gears, when you're posting, and find me on all the social medias because I'll post this there. And if you want to get a recap, listen to this again, but message me or email me, Sandi with an I at sandyballard.com, and I'll send you that worksheet of what have you accomplished. Because maybe this year's just sucked complete ass, and you need to think back about when you had a really fucking good year and what happened. All right. I guarantee it'll help you because it's helped me. That's why I have that worksheet. All right. Until next time. Cheers.